Did you know you can get funding in your business's name with no personal guarantee in just a few weeks? Yes, it's true, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, or you need to do it better, well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
I'm going to share with you a detailed step-by-step guide on how to build business credit from scratch. I'm going to share with you 3 secret ways to build business credit faster. And last but not least, I'm going to share with you the biggest secret that my students are using today to get hundreds of thousands of dollars in their business's name in months, not years. So let's first talk about business credit versus personal credit, because I need you to understand the difference between the two so we can really get into the nitty-gritty. Many of us are very familiar with personal credit. We know that there's 3 bureaus. We have Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. And on our personal credit reports, we have a score. You know, they would tell us that we have anywhere from 300 and something to 800 and something. And most of us know that a credit score over 700 is generally a good credit score, and anything lower than that is probably good or fair, and then anything under maybe 640 is probably a bad credit score. Well, what goes into credit is very simple. They have something called trade lines, meaning all of the different creditors that you have will be listed there. It will list when you opened the account, how many payments you've made on the account, how well you've paid those accounts, if there's been any late payment. And then at the top of your credit, of course, you have your entire profile that lists your name, your social security, your address, and things like that. And they keep a credit record of you and your profile. And then we also have a section called public records, where they will put any bankruptcies, foreclosures, any liens, any judgments, and things like that that they find in public records about your credit. And so many of us are very familiar with personal credit, and we know what we need to do. But there are so few people that know about business credit, and much of it works very differently. Business credit does still have 3 bureaus, but they are completely separate from personal credit. When it comes to business credit, we still have Experian, but it's Experian Business. We still have Equifax, but it's Equifax Business. And then most importantly, we have the juggernaut of business credit reporting, and that is Dun & Bradstreet. Dun & Bradstreet is the juggernaut because it's the longest, oldest business credit reporting agency, and it's the one that most companies use to check out someone's business credit profile. Dun & Bradstreet is absolutely free to get this profile, and it is something that I'm going to teach you so that you can start using all of this knowledge to your benefit. So when we're building business credit, it's very easy. We have something called vendor credit that we can get usually with no real credit profile at all. What you will do to easily build business credit is you're going to start with vendor credit, then you're going to move to store credit, then you will go to what we call cash credit. Now again, I'm going to walk you through all of this because this is the beginner's guide, like I said. So let's first talk about vendor credit. Vendors are companies that I like to use that will report to the credit reporting agency. Now there are tons of vendors that businesses use to supply things for their businesses, and those businesses will extend credit to other businesses. So it's one business extending credit to another business. The 3 major companies that I like to use that report to the agencies are Uline, Quill, and Granger. Now let me quickly explain those things to you, because let's just use one for example. One that I absolutely love is a company called Uline. Uline will allow you to do vendor credit, will give most people vendor credit with just starting their business. They will allow you to buy things from their catalog and you can pay them later. For example, if you started a cleaning business and you needed a vacuum cleaner and brooms and, bleach and cleaning supplies, you could go to Uline, you could get all of those things, they will invoice you, and you will have 30 days to pay, or 60 days to pay, or 90 days to pay. So in other words, you have those items for your business that you can start using in your business to make money, and then you can pay them later. So this is an amazing thing for businesses, but most people do not even know that this exists, and more importantly, that these companies will report to your business credit bureau so that your business now has a credit report, and then even more businesses will lend to your business. It's crazy. So like I said, it's super easy to get set up with these companies and start getting some accounts with them. The next thing, once you have those vendor credit, because like I said, they'll lend to startups, the next thing you will do is store credit. So there's stores like Costco and Walmart, and there's a few others that I could give you that will lend to your business once they see that you have some trade lines. Now again, they're going to give you a credit card, and you can use that business store credit card throughout the store. You know, Best Buy is another example. You'll only be able to use it at that store, but now you're in that next level because you're not just at one little store, you're at a big store like a Walmart, a Costco, or a Best Buy. And so now you can buy more things for your business if you want to, and it will report to the business credit report. And then the last type of credit that you will get is cash credit. Those are just regular credit cards, loans, and things like that. For example, once you get your business credit established, you can easily get Business American Expresses, Business Capital One cards, Business Chase cards, and all different types of major credit card companies in your business's name that report only to the Business Credit Bureau. This is absolutely amazing, and it has changed my business and my life. So let me tell you the next thing. So let me share with you some amazing tips on how you can take this to the next level, because like I said, I want to make sure that you get to that next level quickly. And I have students doing this in months, in weeks, not years. You want to get a business checking account. This will allow you to get even more funding for your business, because establishing a business checking account will allow you to get more loans from different types of lenders that lend to businesses. There are tons of lenders out there that lend to businesses that just check to see that you have a business checking account with 3 months of statements that show some deposits and some activities. This is something that is very easy to do, but so many business owners fail to do. So easy, again, absolutely free in most cases, to open up a business checking account. And then after 3 months, you usually can start getting funding and offers from businesses that just want to see 3 months of business checking account statements. So let's quickly talk about what you will need in order to establish business credit. Of course, you're going to need a business. I know, sounds crazy, right? Yes, you're going to need a real business, but let's talk about what that means, because it's super simple. And like I said, I have students getting this all set up in one day. You will need a business registration, an LLC, an S Corp, or C Corp. You'll have to go to your state's Secretary of State and pay for a business registration. Easy. The second thing you will need is an EIN, or Employer Identification Number. This again is absolutely free. Just go to irs.gov. Then you'll need a professional email, a professional phone number, and a professional website. Super easy to do. You won't be able to use your cell phone number as your business phone number or a Google number. You'll really have to get like a Grasshopper or Freedom Voice or something like that for an actual business number that can be registered with the business directory, which again is absolutely free. But you want to do these simple 5 things so that people can find your business and know that you really have an actual business. We have so many people that are out there doing business, cutting grass, doing hair, doing nails, and they never actually establish their business. But if you establish your business, you can unlock hundreds of thousands of dollars in business funding in your business's name. So don't hesitate to do this today. So I have written an entire book called Real Estate Millionaire Secrets that I have poured my heart into, where I teach you exactly how to go from zero to millionaire in real estate. It is the real beginner's guide to investing in real estate, the way that I did, with bad credit and no money. I teach you all of my secrets and give you tips, tricks, strategies, checklists, and everything that you need in book form to get started. I want you to have this book absolutely free. Go to noellsfreebook.com. Again, that's Noelle, Noelles, noellsfreebook.com to get my book, Real Estate Millionaire Secrets. I just want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.